last 2 weeks have definitely marked some of the more painful days that I have experienced in a long time. I have moved from this discomfort, a dragging sensation in terms of energy, then transforming into this roving burn on the inside of my body, one that I would describe as a chemical fire on a cellular level. This experience is decently stressful, and the reason why it's so stressful is because these sensations, this fatigue, this burn, this aching agony, it reminds me of what I described as like the flu-like cancer symptoms that I had before I had my surgery. I remember after the surgery, at least for as much as I could remember, some of these sensations had cleared up. Since then, slowly and progressively over time, the agony, this pain level has increased. In order to battle it, I have resorted to looking into options, things that perhaps could increase my overall quality of life. What I came up with was to try out some of the CBD oil. Recently, I purchased a bottle, and within a fairly reasonable period of time, I began to feel a lot better than I had. This is good, especially since the medicine that I had been taking for my neuropathy has slowly been decreasing in its ability to overcome the pain level associated with my neuropathy. Taking the CBD oil has helped that, definitely. And it has also helped with that chemical fiery burn throughout my body. I plan to keep an eye on it and see exactly how effective it is. I've always been pretty cynical whenever it comes to these kinds of alternative medicine approaches. They may come to some as a surprise, being that I am a massage therapist, and that is a form of alternative medicine. The thing that has always made me look at CBD oil in a negative light is the people who paint it as this miracle cure, as this miracle drug. I have ran into too many people who believe that there is a one cancer, one cure. Now, I don't know necessarily if there is any research. I haven't really looked into it, but if the CBD oil is enough to reduce the incredible pain that I am in on a daily basis, and if it continues to reduce the challenge, the hardship it is on a daily basis that I face, then I'm more than down continuing it. This reminds me a little bit of some of the people that I have faced throughout this journey. One of the kind of people that I've met with was an individual who was a part of an MLM. And MLMs are effectively the friendlier, more legal cousin of pyramid schemes. This person approached me whenever I was getting ready to start chemotherapy, and they said to me that I should avoid any kind of science. I should stop seeing my doctors, and instead that I should purchase their tea that's sold through their multi-level marketing campaign, and that this tea has shown evidence to cure cancer. I've also ran across people within MLMs who say that that if I joined them, that they would introduce me to their shaman, their holy leader, and that this person had the ability to cure cancer with their touch. I've met people who say that cancer is nothing but a state of mind, and that if I wanted to live a cancer-free life, all I had to do was simply choose not to have cancer. With so many different kinds of people in the world who push away critical thought, the kind of people who not only are selling snake oil, but also drink it themselves, there is no wonder that there is a reluctance to some of these potentially effective medicines. There's simply too many people in the world looking to make a buck. Too many people in the world looking to use other people in order to advance whatever their own agenda is. Whenever you're moving through life, be aware of what the people around you want from you. Are they trying to help you for altruistic reasons? Are they actually attempting to be benevolent? Are your best interests at the forefront of their mind? Now, I have a lot of faith in people. I believe that overall people want to do good. We want to feel good, and we want to do the right thing. Unfortunately, when we don't have critical thought in our lives, doing the wrong thing, doing the thing that isn't actually beneficial to humanity is a lot easier because you don't have the responsibility of introspection, analyzing oneself, asking the hard questions, and doing the right thing. If everything appears to be surface level good, and we don't look deeper, then we assume we're doing the right thing. Now, I'm no saint. I don't claim to be anything better than anyone else. What I want you to do, and what I try to do in my own life, is ask those questions. If you have someone walking up to you and presenting an idea that's going to cure your cancer, that's going to be this miracle product that is going to revolutionize your life, that is going to overcome all of the data, yet not provide any data that's been tested with the scientific method, then you need to really question the validity of this product. Maybe somewhere in the world there is a tea that could cure your cancer. Maybe there is someone in the world who has the power to take away the disease within you. And perhaps there are people who can will away cancer or other serious illnesses. But that's not you or I. That's not the billions of people who inhabit this earth. If you want to have a life that is productive and healthy, you need to introduce critical thought into your life. Now, later, as I advance you through the advocacy campaign, as I move from hope into critical thought and then force of will, we will cover a greater range of concepts. At this point, it's just important to touch on a few of these thoughts, to remind you that hope is important, but so is critical thought, and so is force of will. Be aware of the things that you face now. Know that there's people out there who are self-serving or simply so ignorant that they've drank their own snake oil. The charlatan who has forgotten that they're just trying to manipulate people for their own gain. I'm finally feeling a little bit better. I have been taking this oil, and in my own analysis, the sensations of my body are less hellacious, allowing me to rest, allowing me to think, allowing me to return to my exercises without it being so unbearable I have to stop. In the past few days, I've been able to exist without the urge to cry because the pain has been so incredible. Now, am I ready to make a judgment as to whether or not this product is the end-all, be-all, bee's knees? No. There is very well that possibility that it's psychosomatic, that this is a placebo effect, that I really want to feel so much better that I have imagined that it is better than it is. I have to admit that that is a possibility. Because if I didn't, then I would know that my judgment was flawed and impaired. I will watch it, I will observe it, I will judge over time whether it has an effectiveness or not. And at the end of it, perhaps I may say, or I may not say, that it's good or not good. But my observations ultimately are based on my own experience and not scientific data. Perhaps there will come a time when I will do more research on it, or perhaps I will speak to people about it, maybe even talk to people here about it. I would love to have the opportunity to meet other people who have a passion for this, who are educated in this, who have data that supports their ideas, something that's more than just intuition, just the feeling that something is working, the feeling that it has an effect. Feelings do have a place, but having facts and evidence when it comes to our wellness is critical. It is easy to be overcome by feelings. But if we have the facts and if we have knowledge and we have research that's backing us up on this, we have a greater chance in living the quality of life that we want to live. Right now I'm spending time focusing on hope. But sometimes critical thought is a pathway that allows us to find hope, or at least to protect us from false hope. And false hope being a serious disease, one that's spread by charlatans who's sick in the soul, looking to prey upon the weakness of others. Perhaps even false hope is born within ourselves, wishing for something that is not possible. So for now, I'm looking into the CBD oil. I'm seeing what its effectiveness is, seeing how the experience is for me. And perhaps at the end of it, I'll have some nuggets of wisdom that I can pass on to you, and you will have some to pass on to me, and we'll have a greater tool to apply to this journey to help others, the tool of critical thought, the tools of force of will, and the tools of hope.